You already know the vibe. So we're down here in Indy for, of course, the Indy, not 2, not 3, but the Indy 500. If you don't know what the Indy 500 is, it is one of the most iconic races in the world. But we have
Ken Johnson, a.k.a. Pinto Ron.
Oh, yeah. And if you don't know who he is, we're probably going to run a clip. So check out the clip, which is going in about 3, 2, 1, now. He is iconic to us as players. He's iconic to the entire franchise of the Buffalo Bills. So for you, how did that all come about? When did that start? How did you become a Bills fan? And tell me, how did you allow all of that goes on to really even go on with the ketchup and mustard?
Well, I became a Bills fan because I'm from Western New York and I was born a Bills fan. In 1957 I was born, and that's the day I became a Bills fan. And, going through college, I was always up to shenanigans. I was always up to silly things and stuff like that. So when I started tailgating after I graduated from college, I was always looking for strange things to do, just odd things. And over 30 or 40 years, it evolved to what you see out there now.
So as we all want to know, right, and we were talking about this yesterday, when you get the ketchup and the mustard filled from head to toe, right, do you then just wipe it off with a tissue or a napkin and go into the game? Like, what happens like when it's like negative 10 degrees in a parking lot and you have 10 pounds of ketchup and 10 pounds of mustard on you? Like, what happens? Take us through that process.
I got to admit, when it's cold, that stings a little bit.
For sure.
But about 25 years ago, I developed a cleanup routine when it started to get out of control. When I first started that in the early 90s, it wasn't about how much you can get on me. It was about how much you could get on the burger, deflect it off the burger, getting the proper amount on the burger, but not on me. But things changed over the years. So I had to develop a cleanup routine, which only takes me about 10 minutes. I strip the shirt off. We have a big jug of water. They pour it over my head. It's just like taking a shower right there outside my van doors. And then I have a team of girls working the ears like a pit crew. And then I go inside the van with a change of clothes. 10 minutes after I decide it's time to clean up, you'll never know anything happened to me except a little bit of wet hair.
That's amazing. And I don't know if you've ever got mustard on your fingers or ketchup like underneath your fingernails, but it can definitely leave an odor and leave a smell. But my guy seems to figure it out from head to toe. But is there anything that you want to get off of your chest as a fan? Like, talk to us about, like, how do you feel about the organization? How do you feel about the players? How do you feel about things that have happened in our organization?
Actually, I really feel good about things that are happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been with the team for a long time. I was there at the last Super Bowl run, which has the same excitement as it does right now. And then we had those lean years, and, we had a couple general managers that might have been questionable. But I do like the current regime. I like the current general manager, coach. I think the players are great. I feel really good about these upcoming seasons.
Facts. And I also heard a rumor that you've been to maybe close to 500 consecutive games. Am I correct?
We're getting close. Notwithstanding 2020, when we missed a few games from COVID-restricted games, I've been to 465 consecutive games. That goes all the way back to 1994, which, according to my count, is older than you.
Right. Well, I'm born in 94, so we're about same age, if we're talking about that.
You were born in 94?
I was born in 94, so I'm 29.
Oh, you're older than I thought. You've been around a while.
I've been around 7 years with the Bills.
That's right. Wow. Yeah. So season opener 1994 started, and I never intended to do that. I just wanted to do 16 games in a row.
Wow.
Or with the playoffs. That was just a goal. Every good Bills fan has to do one complete season a year. And then the next year, the first couple games were kind of easy to get to, the Jets, New England, and then momentum took over, and then I hit 50 games in a row, and I suddenly realized that 50 games in a row is the point of no return.
Facts.
So that's my advice to people. If you're on game 47 or 48 in a row, think very carefully about that 50th game. You're in for a long haul if you do it.
Since 94, so that's long, 29 years of consecutive games. So I guess for the world to really know, what has been your favorite game? Or let's say your two favorite games, even if you have three.
Well, my favorite game is the AFC Championship game that sent us to the first Super Bowl. Mostly because back then the stadium was a big party. It's a little bit more subdued today in today's environment. But we were winning, I think, 42-3 at halftime. And with an entire half of football left, you knew you were going to the Super Bowl. You had the entire second half of the game to just sit there and party in the stands. And
Wow.
that's the biggest blast I've ever had.
Wow. My favorite game, and not if you want to know or not, but just for the people that's watching, I would say my favorite game is when we played the Indianapolis Colts in the Blizzard game, which is kind of ironic that I picked the Indy game, but that was probably one of my like more favorite games because with all the snow that was on the ground, it became just a fun environment. Like there was really no technique, there was really no plays. It was just we're running the ball right, we're running the ball left, try to keep your feet. So it was basically like a giant snowball game or like a slide match of push and pull. So that kind of relieved some of the emotions and the tensions of trying to be perfect on the football field, and we just got to just run around and just have fun. But if you could have one thing for Christmas this year, what would it be?
Well, we all know what that would be. Something I've been waiting for my entire life. A Super Bowl win.
A Super Bowl win for the
Buffalo Bills.
There it is, a Super Bowl.
Something that you're going to assist in.
For sure. And as we will continue to assist, and I will continue to assist, I just want to just give my gratitude to you and for supporting the best team in the NFL. With playing, now just a little bit about myself, I played at a school called Temple. It was in Philadelphia. It wasn't a huge fan base school. It wasn't like Alabama or Auburn or Texas or one of those big schools. So I never really had the overall college D1 experience of, you know, this is what college football is. This is the South. Like, this is that. We had a couple games in our career where we sold out our stadium, which we played in the Lincoln Financial Field, which is the Eagle Stadium. Mm-hmm. That was against the Penn State and Nittany Lions. That was one of our home opener games. And then we played Notre Dame on College game day. And those two games sold out our stadium. And with coming to the Bills, you know, it really feels like I am playing for, or what it would feel like to play for, like Alabama. Like how the fans treat us, how they tailgate, how they act, how they support us, how they rally, how they support our foundations, how they just rally. And, you know, for everybody that's watching, I would like everybody to continue and overly give your gratitude and your respect to people like this, because for somebody like this to continue to support what we're doing through the ups and downs of our seasons, which the down seasons are just as stressful as the winning ones, because the winning games are close and the tensions is high. So it takes a strong-minded person to stay with the franchise, and you didn't switch up. So
it does.
I want to thank you. Mm-hmm. Specifically for myself and then for the Bills organization. So big thanks to you and your lovely wife and your love that you have for what and we do. It goes beyond distances that you can understand. Like, I give so much to the fans and so much to the community because of people like you that actually it means in something too, where it's not just like, oh, the Bills are winning, let's just support them now. Like, nah, like you supported us when we were down, when we were up, and now when we're up. So I appreciate you. Love is real. And you have anything you want to say?
No, you pretty much summed it all up. I thank you for the kind words to all the Bills fans.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Well, you already know. Here you have it. Matter of fact, well, since my guy is sitting here, you have anything that you want to say?
I mean, Pinto is amazing. He's been supporting the Bills for so long, and I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And how long have you been a Bills fan?
I've been a Bills fan since I was like 4, I think.
And you are how old now?
I'm 12 now, so that's 8 years. 8 years.
8 years. Yeah, man. Well, look, we thank you too, because you have a long road ahead of you. So once you're on, there ain't no jumping off. So, you know, if you locked in, ain't no switching up. You just came home with the tilly tuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you already know the vibes. Appreciate you. You already know. Go Bills. Go Pinto. Go Ketchup and Mustard. Go Bills. You already know. Skate.